This is the Halftime Show with Omar Al-Duri on Pulse 95.
Salam and welcome back to the Halftime Show with Omar Al-Duri. Happy National Day to everyone tuned in, whether you're tuned in on 95 FM, pulse95radio.com, our app, Sharjah Broadcasting Authority, or even if you're chilling at home watching us live on YouTube, Pulse 95 Radio. Thank you very much for connecting with me on this special day. 49. That is special, and it's only right on the 49th to have special guests, not one, but two special guests, and they happen to be people that I've known for a while, and they're very credible in the football industry. So, Noora Mazrouie, Areej Hammadi are going to be here on the show. You recognize Areej. Last time she was here, she forgot to tell us that she broke a world record. But hey, when you live in Areej's world, I guess that's normal because we break records all the time if you're Areej. Noora, on the other hand, is someone who I've respected and admired for a long time, who happens to be, I would say, a pillar in the UAE women's football national team. Not just someone who has come on the scene and said, you know, I want to play football. No, someone who has cemented their legacy and actually now has created their own, let's say, style of character, style of player. And they're going to be here live on the only place to be at 3, the Halftime Show on Pulse 95.
This is the Halftime Show with Omar Al-Duri on Pulse 95.
Yeah, we are back. Welcome back to the Halftime Show with Omar Al-Duri. Happy National Day to everyone who's listening to the Halftime Show on Pulse 95 Radio. We're just talking to my guests about behind-the-scenes footage, but you'll only know that if you were tuned in on the Instagram Live at Omar Al-Duri, or even, quite frankly, something that I'm very new to, TikTok. Sound like such an uncle. TikTok, Omar Al-Duri 1 as well, which I'm doing. About the other day's show, which I thought I was being punked, and I wasn't. And yeah, you'll only know if you tuned in on Instagram Live. So, on the show today, we've got two superstars on the show. They have represented the UAE national team women's football for a long time, which also means they're experienced, which also means they have a lot to tell us. And I can't wait to have them on the show. Ladies, Areej and Noora, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
How are you feeling?
It's good to be back on the show again.
Yeah, I mean, you did keep a secret. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, Noora, I'm going to have to put her on blast here for a second. This lady right here, Areej, happened to break a world record. And you'd think she'd tell a coach, a friend, a brother, you know, about this world record, Noora. And she just went and broke it. Didn't mention it on the show. Didn't say what she was doing. And all of a sudden, I'm seeing her all over the news.
The record's gonna speak for itself.
Right? This is when you know she's your teammate. You know, this is when you know she's your teammate.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I needed to just wait till it came out, I guess, and I'm kind of humble like that. So
you're kind of humble like that. Well, just for those who weren't aware, which is almost impossible, weren't aware of your amazing achievement, what was this world record, Areej?
It's a hot stepper football trick. So yeah, I mean, I'm not a freestyler or anything like that, but it seemed like an easy trick, so I gave it a go. And it was 56, the guy that broke the record before me, and managed to break 86.
56 before me, managed to break it anyway, so haha. Okay, well, no, listen, congratulations, Areej. Lovely to have you back in the studio. Noora, don't think I'm going to let you go that easily. Noora, both of you have been established on the international stage as athletes, as pioneers, I would like to say, in the women's game. But more than just the women's game, the fact that we're in this part of the world is huge. So I congratulate you both for doing that. Noora, tell me about your background in sports and obviously being a UAE national.
First of all, I would like to thank you for having me here. I can cope with pressure, Omar, you know that. But now I'm under pressure. I don't know why, but hopefully we can get this easily and go with it. Yeah, my background is just like any normal kid who likes football. I just started playing in the neighborhood with the boys, and this is not normal because, you know, back at the time, football is like, you can say, it's a boys' game. But and that's when I even tried to convince my brother and bribe him sometimes to to come with me and play. And played another sports such as basketball and volleyball because there was no football or a ladies football team back at the time. I played basketball and volleyball from school to the college times, and there when in 2004 when Abu Dhabi Country Club established the first women football team, and my English teacher told me about it. So because we were arguing about football as well, he's a Liverpool fan. So yeah, and then he told me, I think there's a team and you should go and check it up. So I went there and voila.
And that's what happened.
What happened. Since then, I never left the team, and the Abu Dhabi Country Club was representing the UAE back then because there was no any clubs.
Yeah.
And yeah, from there until now, I'm here.
Areej, she's not your average footballer. This one here sitting next to me, Noora. She might be modest and humble, but when you cement your position in the team, is it over 10 years? Can I say that?
Yes.
Yes.
16 years.
16 years.
Yeah.
It's not every woman that just wants to play football. How good has Noora been as a goalkeeper for the UAE?
Oof, she's the best. Really, not just the UAE. Like I think in the Middle East and in the region, she's truly the best goalkeeper out there.
Yes,
so very
hands down.
inspiring.
Hands down.
Inspiring,
she's actually showing me a bit of shyness, which I'm not used to. Areej, how hard is it to be successful in the UAE?
In sports?
Yes.
I mean, like Noora said, you know, like it was difficult in the beginning for girls anyway, but it's definitely, things have changed now. So there are so many opportunities out there. It's just you need to go out there and look for it, and then of course you need to. There's so many athletes out there now as well. There are, on the spotlights. Yeah. There are sponsored athletes, so the standard is pretty high as well. So you just need to really work hard, I think, and the opportunities are there.
Absolutely, and you both left a legacy behind. Not that it's over, but you've left a legacy which a lot of the younger generation are looking up to now. And this is a huge thing that we need to point out here for not just Sharjah, not just Dubai or Abu Dhabi, but for the UAE and the Middle East, as you said, Areej. What can you expect from the new generation looking up to, obviously, players like yourselves?
Well, when you're a girl and you're in the UAE, with all this culture and traditions and stuff like that, the new generation looking up to us is something positive and advantage for them, because they're not looking at foreigners. Like when we look at, like, for example, Mia Hamm or whatever, like we are one of them. So they said, okay, if she could do it, then we can do it. It's just, you need to be determined, put your head on it, and work hard. Yes. Because success is out there. It's just you need to find the right way how to do it. You need to train hard, work hard, sacrifice sometimes your time, your whatever priorities you have. Sometimes you need to put football first. To achieve what you want to achieve. But success is there. It's always there. It's just the route and the way you want to chase it or you want to achieve it. Yes. So I think they have a great advantage right now, because when I started, it wasn't that easy. Yes. But now, a lot of football clubs who has a women's football team, a lot of academies, a women's football committee, which is working under the UAE Federation. So it's a big advantage and a big opportunity for them as well. Absolutely. And one thing that's really important out there for all the not just the UAE nationals, but all the aspiring footballers, the female footballers, the male footballers. You said a lot of good things there. You said sacrifice as well. You've got to sacrifice with all the tools that they have nowadays. They have to sacrifice and make the choices to work hard, which you both have done to elevate the sport to where it is today. And from us here at the Halftime Show, I'm humbly very grateful for you guys for doing what you're doing. And coming up next, we are talking to Areej and Noora about
The UAE, what it's also done for them, and also as well, we're going to put them through the fire round, but we have a competition for you guys. Not every day we have a competition here at the halftime show. 2 300 dirham vouchers at the Sharjah Co-op here. All you have to do is text us on 4215 Ittasalat Urdu and answer the following questions. You too, no cheating. What is the smallest emirate in the UAE? Text us on 4215 Ittasalat Urdu and we will announce the winner. Please put your name as well so we can actually announce you at the end of the show. We'll be right back after this. Enjoy, guys. I'll speak to you soon.
This is the halftime show with Omar Adori on Pulse 95.
You're wondering who was coughing and who was talking. That was Areej Hammadi and Noora Mazrouie live here on Pulse 95 in the heart of Sharjah. Happy National Day to everyone. The question I had for everyone today, text us on 4215 if you have the answer. Noora's had a guess already. What is the smallest emirate in the UAE? The winners get 300 dirhams. 300 dirhams.
Sharjah Co-op.
Sharjah Co-op. Voucher. That was the word I was looking for. Thanks, Noora. If you send us in, we will announce at the end of the show, which is the first time here for the halftime show. But hey, we do this all the time. Ala had a great question from Saudi, and he had it for the two of you, ladies, whoever wants to answer. I got a question for the ladies. UAE women's football is a bit ahead of Saudi, but this coming year is the first time we will see Saudi women playing for clubs. What advice would you give them, Noora?
Saudi has already advantage ahead of us because of the large number and big cities. They established football and they announced it last January, and then the pandemic postponed all of the activities going on. But I think they resumed the league. They have a league in 3 major cities in Saudi, which is Riyadh, Dammam, and Jeddah. They have also established 2 divisions of the league. Because they have 14 teams in Riyadh, 12 in Jeddah, and 10 in Dammam. So because of the large number, this gives advantage for the selection of the Saudi national team. And I was honored to play against the Saudi national team.
How was that?
Yeah, it was good, and they have a great players and really good talents. We played the Gulf Olympics in Kuwait last January 2019. It was a really nice game, and it was a good start for them. Futsal, yeah. They started with the futsal team, but as I said, they just started, and I think Saudi will gonna do well because they have already the coaches, the facilities, and the federation now sponsored by his his Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman to facilitate all the women's football academies and schools, and they are promoting football in a very large way. So I think they'll be good in, let's say, 3-4 years. And they will be competing in Asia.
Excellent. Areej, what's it like going and traveling with the national team and playing against these nations? Sometimes you play against nations that obviously have been together for longer, and sometimes they're just evolving. What kind of advice do you give them after you're done competing against them normally, having been in the game for so long?
It's definitely an experience every time. You learn from these teams and these players there, and how they play in their weather conditions and everything, and how they are as a team.
Yeah.
For me, it's always tough as well, because some of the teams that we played against were way ahead of us, more progressed, advanced in the game. But we, every time, like whatever the score, whatever the result is, we just, we take what we can from it, what we can learn, what we gain from it. So,
absolutely. Yeah. Noora, we got a question for you as well.
Yes.
This is from Sheikh. Who is the sports icon that has influenced you the most?
I always loved Del Piero.
Okay. So an outfield player.
Yes.
Interesting.
And then when I switched to goalkeeping, it was Buffon. My love for Italians are, I don't know.
Yeah.
I love Italians.
Yeah.
So, it's Del Piero and then Buffon. Of course, not to mention Ronaldinho.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I would have never guessed from the hair, huh?
Yeah, see? He copied me, by the way.
Absolutely. I have
Yes.
no doubt. Areej, what about you? Who's been your influence in the sporting games?
I've mentioned this a few times. So it's been Beckham, I think, for me. And it's funny. It's always like, you know, for us, for girls who grew up not being able to look at female footballers as role models. It's always men, right?
Yeah.
So
not a bad one to look at or look up to, David Beckham, especially for all the achievements he's had.
Yeah.
Commercially and football-wise.
Yeah.
He's broken barriers that I think the modern day footballer thinks is normal, but he's the one that started that. Very similar to how you said earlier when Noora and yourself were saying you were playing a male-dominant sport. Beckham was doing something that wasn't quite male-dominated in terms of the fashion icon and brought that to the series and thing. It's interesting that you picked that up. That's just me really looking into it. But it's interesting that you picked that up because a lot of the times these are all breaking barriers, and I like the fact that you've picked Beckham because not many people admire his or give him the credit that he deserves as a footballer, because they always kind of look at his image more than anything. But he's been respected everywhere he's gone.
Yeah, on and off the pitch, he's really like a role model, I think. Like, he's really professional. There's a reason he was a captain for his national team, and he played for so long and respected as well. Yeah. So, you need to look at that, like what he's offered for his clubs and for his team. And he's played for so many big clubs as well. It's not because of his looks, you know. Yeah. So,
well, absolutely. I mean, you know, you can't kick it with players like Zidane, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Kaká, and co. To be able to just be there and how you look. He's definitely been probably the hardest working player in every dressing room I believe he stepped into, and that's down to him being a master at what he does, you know. Right, okay, coming up next, we're going to put these two through the fire round. Now, those that know the fire round, this is the time where we throw things their way and they get to answer it. There are no wrong answers. It is opinions. They have one word up to one sentence to get their answers in. They might have had a look at the questions, but we'll find out how well they answer them on the only place to be at 3, the Halftime Show on Pulse 95.
This is the Halftime Show with Omar Adori on Pulse 95.
It sure is that time. It's the Halftime Show with Omar Adori, your boy here on Pulse 95 in the heart of Sharjah. Keeping you company from 3 to 4 every Monday, Wednesday and Saturday. Listen, if you do miss our shows and want to catch on any episode, you can catch our podcast on Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Rami, or even if you prefer a visual and want to see the guests here, you catch them on YouTube, bam, 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 on live, Pulse 95 Radio. This is that time, ladies and gentlemen. It is that time, and you know what it is?
Another one.
What's that?
Another one.
What's that again? Another fire round coming up now, and that is going to be with Noora Mazrouie and Areej Hammadi from the UAE women's national team. It's not every day we have them in, so let's make it good. We're going to have the right song for it, though. So you know what? Let's have a bit of spice on here. Yeah. Okay, right. Okay, ladies. So the rules of this is as follows. We ask you something. You have up to one sentence to respond back. There are no wrong answers. Are you ready, Noora?
Okay.
Areej?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, right, okay. Noora, favorite footballer of all time?
Messi.
Areej, if you could play for any club in England apart from Manchester United, who would it be?
You always make it difficult.
I do, I try.
At some point I wanted Man City. I thought they were doing great. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Noora, if you could be in anyone's shoes for one day, who would it be?
Who? I don't know.
Zlatan. You took hers. All right, cool. Who else have I got here? If you weren't Emirati and you were coming here to start your career, what would your advice be, Areej?
Networks. I think I've built a very good network. I think it's important. It opens up opportunities for you.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, Noora, who's the fittest athlete in the world in your opinion?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Good answer. Good answer. Okay, Noora, Areej, which coach would you love to be coached by?
I'd definitely go with one of the female coaches who have coached internationally. So I've had the chance of like a few days with Vera Pal, which is
nice.
really insightful.
Nice.
So maybe Pia or Vera Pal.
Okay, Noora, favorite food in the UAE?
I have a lot. but I'll go with Machbous.
Okay, nice. Areej, how do you reset?
Ooh, good night's sleep and good meal.
Nice. Noora, one thing you need on a deserted island, if you don't have anything and you needed one thing, what would you have with you?
Football.
Very good answer. I swear I didn't tell her to say that. Areej, do you know a Guinness World Record holder?
I do actually. I do a couple actually. A few people, other than myself, obviously.
Right. I had to make sure she says that. Sorry, it was just out.
I thought so.
I had to get off my chest. Noora, one sport you would love to do instead of football?
Surfing.
Nice. Very nice answer. One thing you love about Noora's football ability?
Football ability. Oh, she's fearless.
Fearless. I like it.
She's on the pitch. You can't stop her. She'll just go for the ball, shooting or tackling or whatever it is.
I like it. One thing you like about Areej's football ability?
I love her fitness. She keeps running
She's
all the
pretty
time. She's everywhere.
She's
so
pretty
I like
fit.
it.
I got to give that to her. Yeah, well, absolutely. Areej, one experience you would love to share on radio about representing your national team?
Every time is really memorable for me, but definitely when we score a goal against whatever team, it's that feeling you can't have it like in a normal competition or whatever. Just scoring for your national team is really
It's pretty special.
yeah.
Noora, coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Areej, pizza or burgers?
Burgers.
Noora, yoga or Pilates?
Neither.
Areej, book or podcasts?
Book.
Noora, favorite football moment?
When we win the first West Asia tournament, it was...
Look at her smile. You can see it there.
Yeah, it was my first, and it's the first title for the UAE.
Yes.
And I'm honored I was part of it. I played a big role in it, saving all these. And the Jordanian national team at the time was at the top.
Yes.
And they have these good players, and it's really nice.
It's special. I can feel the energy just by you saying it. I'm glad I'm not asking you the next one, Noora, because I know what you'll say. Areej, Barcelona or Real Madrid?
Barcelona.
Best goalkeeper in the world apart from Noora?
You sure? I don't know. Yeah, no, I do. Schmeichel,
okay. If you could play football with any player currently, now, who would it be, Noora?
Messi.
Yeah. On your team, but you would want to play outside.
No, but I'll play anywhere if he's there.
Yeah, absolutely. Very nice. Something that a lot of people are talking about now is mental health. It's really, really something that we've spoken about on the show. Areej, how important is mental health, not just in the women's game, but in society, in the UAE?
It's really important. I think it's sad that it's tabooed, and people are not able to talk about it. I wish for it to be a bit more accepted, I guess, and share more awareness about it. It's important to tackle these things, to be able to grow as well and excel in your field, whatever it is, and just being, feeling okay.
Yeah.
So everybody should be able to feel okay. You're not alone. You should be able to talk about these things.
Absolutely.
So.
Very well said. Noora, what has football taught you?
Patient, commitment, be punctual all the time, because whenever you're late, there's consequences.
Yeah.
Anger management.
Yes.
Leadership skills taught me a lot. A lot.
Very, very nice. And Mazrouie asked me a question to ask both of you, and I'm going to ask you first, Areej. How was your experience for the second time on the halftime show?
I think I'm a bit more comfortable. So definitely better.
And Noora, how was your experience on the radio with me on the halftime show?
First 5 minutes I was under pressure, but now I'm okay.
Now you're cool and calm.
So I'm gonna come again and again without you asking me.
Great.
Yeah, she's a pro.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, thank you guys both for coming. Coming up next, we're going to be doing the final round of the halftime show with Areej and Noora, and also we'll be announcing the winner of What is the smallest emirate in the UAE? We're giving away 300 dirhams vouchers at Sharjah Co-op. Text us on 4215 Itasalat or do. Shout out to everyone who's tuning in at Omar Duri on the Instagram and Omar Duri 1 on TikTok. We will see you very soon. Someone's ringing already. We will see you very soon after the break. Enjoy.
This is the halftime show with Omar Al Duri on Pulse 95.
It sure is that time, and can you believe it's that time? It's almost full time to the halftime show with Omar Duri. I'm your host, covering everything sport, international, local. Now, we did ask you that question today because it's the UAE National Day. It's a special day, and we got special guests. We did give you the chance to win 300 dirhams at the Sharjah Co-op to just give you a little bit of a sample of what, we're in that kind of giving mood. Abdul Razak, you got the answer right. Hold on a second. Let me just make sure this is on point.
A lot of families are gathering right here at Al-Shias Park. It's very family oriented. Now let's go see if we can find some parents who might win the 300 dirhams. How you doing, brother?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right. Now we see you're at the Al-Shias Park. How do you like the park so far?
It's very nice.
It's your first time here?
First time, yes.
It's the first time here. Now I want to ask you a couple of questions, and if you get them right, you'll be eligible to win 300 dirhams voucher from Sharjah Co-op. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Okay. So the first question is, how long have you been living in the UAE for?
19 years.
19 years, mashallah. Okay, so you do have some knowledge and background information about the history of the UAE.
Yes, kind of. Yeah.
All right. Now, let me ask you a question, okay?
This is a Hannibal face.
Question
Love
is,
this.
you can ask you a couple of questions, and if you get them right, you win the 300 dirhams. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what is the smallest emirate in the UAE?
Oh, that's Ajman.
Ajman. Okay, I'm asking
Hey!
another question.
He got it brilliant. Okay, so for those that got the answer right, the answer was Ajman, and that's the smallest emirate in the UAE. Abdul Razak is on the line with us. He has just won the prize for 300 dirhams in the voucher Sharjah Co-op. Ajman is another answer that someone asked. Shahida, today is my birthday and came to the UAE in 1970 when the UAE was called. So we have two winners here at the halftime show on Pulse 95 Radio. First person, can you hear me? Hello? Well, that first person got so excited, the phone went dead. Let's try that again. So we had Shahida and we have Abdul Razak. Can we get one of them on the line? No pressure, Ray. Ray's here in the background. He's the guy that's taught me everything I know, so I can be patient with him. A moment of silence. Yes, that's right. The anticipation is building up here, and we like to keep things on the ropes. Ladies, while we're waiting for these guys to come on, did you know the answer? Noora, tell the truth. Did you know the answer?
Yes, of course.
You know what? I had to look twice, actually. When I was guessing, I had to look twice. Do we have someone on the line? Is someone on the line? Yep. Okay, let's try and get these people on the line. Hold up. Hello? The other one? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello. Yes, is that Abdul Razak? Sorry, I can't really hear them properly. Shahida, can you hear me? Fantastic. Shahida, congratulations. You have won the 300 dirhams vouchers here from Pulse 95 to go to Sharjah Co-op. Happy National Day. How are you spending the National Day today? Oh, barbecue dinner. God, that sounds good. Ladies, what do you think? Noora says you should have invited us. Well, listen, Shahida, I hope you have a fantastic day today. Share the location. Have a great day. Congratulations on winning the voucher, and we'll have the guys here contact you and arrange everything accordingly, okay? All the best. Have a great one. Okay, we've got also on the Instagram Live, Miss Bronzaya. It's my nephew's birthday. Happy birthday. All right, so we're going to give a special shout out to Khalifa. Happy birthday, Khalifa. And thank you for everyone who has tuned in live on the Instagram. Ladies, it's that time. It's full time on the halftime show. Now, Noora, that you know what it's like. I mean, Areej is a pro here. She'll probably invite me on next time.
We need to do that. You keep talking about that. We need to somehow
We need
get
to-
you as a guest
Yes.
on your show.
Yes, maybe the 200 show. Maybe get all of the guests behind this mic and
Yes.
me on that side, and we get to interview. But no, thank you so much for coming down
Thank you for
on the
having us.
halftime show.
Thank
I
you.
had such a great time with you guys, and it feels like back home. Ray, are we okay? Oh, we've got someone on the line. Okay, right.
On fire today.
So you know what I mean? We're gonna give one more person a prize. Here we go. Hello?
Hello?
Abdurazak, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Abdurazak, you guessed the answer for what is the smallest emirate. Can you tell us one more time?
Ajman.
Ajman, congratulations, Abdurazak. Happy National Day. We're offering 300 dirhams, obviously, voucher at the Sharjah Co-op. How are you spending today, on this holiday?
يوم العيد مبارك.
Eid Mubarak to you too.
And we are going towards Al Ain.
Okay.
For Jabal Hafi.
Oh, nice. The weather must be perfect for that.
MashaAllah, very good.
Alhamdulillah. I hope you have a great time with the family. Thank you for tuning in on the...
Shukran.
Allah khalik. Inshallah, you have a great day. Okay, Abdurazak. The team is going to contact you about all the details, all right? Have a great day. Ma salam. All right, ladies. You have experienced the first with me today on this show. Thank you so much for connecting with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we're going to be sharing the details for the YouTube, the podcast, and everything. And hopefully, we'll get a lot of people tuning into your show. You guys have been amazing. I look forward to hearing even more news. And more better than that, I'll watch you play on Monday.
Look forward to that.
Thank you.
All right, and that was it, guys. Remember, you catch it every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, 3 to 4 on the only place to be at 3, the Halftime Show on Pulse 95.
If you liked this episode of The Halftime Show, drop a like and subscribe.
95.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram for all our daily updates and top stories. Pulse.